Thanks for making the time to take the What's Your Number One Family Succession Obstacle quiz. The quiz results are being created as we speak and should be hitting your email inbox in about 20 minutes from now. In the meantime, let's talk about your results. Hi, I'm Mark Westcott, noted estate and succession planning authority, author, father, grandfather and creator of this family succession assessment. Based on the information you've shared and the little I know about you and your situation, the number one family succession obstacle which is holding you back from your estate and succession goals is what's known as the Trifecta Trap. The trifecta of issues around communication, conflict and confusion. Now here's what that means. What that means is when it comes to making decisions and taking action around your estate and succession plans, you may often find yourself stuck in a painful place where you aren't sure which direction to take. And this can show up as analysis paralysis, where you find yourself gathering a whole lot of data and either never feeling like you have enough information, or perhaps feeling like you are overwhelmed with too much information. Either way, this can keep you from taking action on simply getting things started and more. It can show up as a feeling of anxiousness and indecision, where you know you're procrastinating but feel powerless to do anything about it. This can be motivated by the fear of making a mistake, which can leave you in a state of fairly consistent non-action, while you see those around you seemingly making progress towards their estate and succession goals. One of the big mistakes people can make when experiencing the Trifecta Trap as their primary succession obstacle is to react with their procrastination paralysis and simply make no decisions as a way to avoid the issue. In reality, the most common trait of the Trifecta Trap, estate and succession obstacles, revolves around the big issues of communication, or the lack of it between the generations, conflict as a result of communication issues usually, and confusion. Where to start, who to talk with, and what does it all involve? This consistent roller coaster ride of alternatively procrastinating and by definition taking no action can lead to significant long-term impacts on your plan's success, or significantly the chance of a positive outcome for your family's future. Let me explain. You see, left unchecked, this long-term delay and invincibility approach, resulting in deferring action, can mean you miss many excellent opportunities which do come your way, and can greatly increase your chances of making bad decisions by default. And you think this is all going to take you personally a ton of time to get it sorted, especially the amount of time that you personally will invest in the process yourself. Plus you think the lawyers and other professionals will drag all this out for months, if not years, to validate expensive fees they may potentially charge you. And as well, you realise it's close to impossible for you to now solve the communication or conflict problems which may have already arisen in the family, especially if your children have now commenced relationships with partners. But specifically, you really don't know where to start. You're worried it will cost a bomb, take forever, and just end up being way too complicated for everyone. What is really the truth, though, is you are actually unaware of what you don't know. You're unknown unknowns. And that's the scary bit. A reason people don't know where to start is because it's difficult to know the correct questions to start with. Hence, nothing gets done. Studies have shown that indecision increases anxiety levels by as much as 100%, which can further impact your ability to make any decisions and take clear, decisive action when it comes to your estate and succession plans. This lack of decision, followed by the negative outcome and the risks to those you love, is a real tragedy in this whole process. No one intends to, by default, leave a dogfight behind between family members. Sadly, it just happens, regardless, if not discussed now. And thankfully there are some practical and achievable steps you can take to avoid those outcomes and to overcome your Trifecta Trap, communication, conflict and confusion, as your primary issue around these plans. Here's what you can do almost immediately to start overcoming your obstacle tendencies. It all begins with having a structure established around the process for your exceptional estate and succession strategy planning results. And this planning needs to address three issues. Number one, your foundations. to help rural families discover and identify succession priorities so they can be sure all bases are covered. Also, by helping those families ensure existing structures and strategies are validated with recommendations so they can be sure we're starting with the process on a solid foundation. Number 2 is your family. We take families from an unawareness of best options and unfairness and infighting, coupled with potential significant asset exposure, to a fully protected, efficient and watertight documented plan protecting family prosperity and harmony. And thirdly, it's all about your future, helping people move from a confused, unaware and unknowingness of what intentions really are to having a fully documented process which allows all the final wishes and conversations to be completed. Nothing left unsaid in a path forward for the future. Now you might be wondering, how do you apply all 3 key parts of the family succession obstacle elimination plan into your life? And how do you do it without going crazy and without it taking too long, costing a bomb and scaring everyone with complexity? Well, watch our instant webinar coming up for your benefit. This is what I do all day, every day. I help people of all ages and situations create their strategic estate and succession harmony plans, designed specifically to address their primary obstacles as well as the remaining 4 obstacles. And I just so happen to have a step-by-step training on this very topic. And because you've made the time to take this assessment and tell me a little about you and your own situation, I'd love to hook up with you for a 24-hour access pass to watch this training. And it's now and it's free. On this training, we cover how to create and overcome your succession obstacles for your specific situation, step by step, including the secret on how you only need to spend just less than half a dozen hours yourself to get everything sorted, how you can use a facilitator to get the whole process sorted in under 90 days, the gratitude conversations, which makes conversations with family members more honest, positive and productive, free of your succession obstacles. And now the only catch is this: to be fair, in order to claim your 24-hour access pass, you must go ahead and do this right now, while you're on this page and before that countdown timer on the top of the screen goes to 0. So go ahead and do it right now while you're on this page and while you're thinking about it. Simply click the button below to claim your free 24-hour access pass and get instant access to the free training. Go ahead and do that now, and I'll see you on the other side, minutes from this very moment.